everybody. Let me just check my camera here. Okay, not too bad. Just gotta adjust this up a little bit. Looks pretty decent. Right. Anybody in the chat? How's the sound? Sounds pretty good. Okay, I'll start by just warming up. And welcome to 8 Ball 101. Let me just put this back on. Welcome to 8 Ball 101 at Yaworski Pool Practice, where I thoroughly go through 5 racks of 8 ball every Saturday. And I basically play versus myself. If I miss, then I take the mentality of the opponent and what would the opponent do. And we go through 5 racks of 8 ball every Saturday night. That's the plan. And then at the end of that, or during, I may throw in some tips or ask some of the viewers, yourself, for tips. And we work as a community to try to improve our games together. So that's what I'm trying to build here. I'm trying to build a community around League Pool. And yeah, so thanks for tuning in, and I really appreciate it. Help me grow the stream, share the stream, and let's make it something that is beneficial for everyone. Thanks so much. That's what the goal is for this stream. Okay, so I'm going to start by just warming up. And I thought this week I can go over the recent Darren Appleton video that I just watched on timing and tempo and how important that is. And basically, I'm going to warm up by using Darren Appleton's exercise of timing and tempo and see how that works for us. You know, and let's do that. I'm going to set these close to this side of the table. Just gonna warm up here, so okay, here's the cue ball, first shot. So what he's trying to do is you set a ball along this first diamond here, and let's just try to create some markers here. Why not? He uses pieces of chalk, so let's use pieces of chalk. So put one ball here. You want your cue ball here. And you want your hand to be about 12 inches behind that. Okay, so the shot is this. What you're trying to do is softly draw the cue ball back to the end cushion. You're trying to create some timing and some tempo by doing this. So let's warm up hitting one rack with this and see if this works for us. So what Darren's saying is you line up a straight ball like this, your cue ball's on this diamond, and he says he puts his hand roughly at this diamond. Okay? So that's coming from a top professional. Okay, 12 inches. And you just want to, this way, by doing this, it gives us a good follow through the ball. See? Our motion is like this. What he says is if you're too close, you don't have a stroke. And if you're too far, you don't have a follow through. So you want to be in that sweet spot, which is 12 inches, 8 to 12 inches, he says, somewhere in here for the majority of shots. The only time you'd want to be close is if you're playing like a soft shot or a really precise small draw shot or something like that. But for the majority of the shots, Darren Appleton says he's about 12 inches from the cue ball. So let's hit one rack of balls like this and see what we can do. And you're trying to draw it right to the cushion there. Okay? So that was a little too much, but we hit the ball. So try again. Oh, terrible. Miscue there. Miscue is 99% your fault. Poor cueing. So that was what that was. Poor cueing. Okay, not too bad. Now I found with this, I started doing a little bit of a slower backstroke, and that seems to help me lately. So as we get warmed up here, before we play 8-ball, I want to start doing this every time. This also helps with your pre-shot routine. There are a million videos out there on pre-shot routine. For myself, stand back, look at the contact point of the ball, put my foot on that line, come into the shot. There it is. And I try to do that the same every time. So I'll hit this rack and then I'll come and see how many viewers we have. And let's chat about playing some 8-ball racks. We're going to play 5 8-ball racks every week. And we're going to go through them together as a team. And by doing that, hopefully we will learn from each other and build a community. That's the goal of this stream. See, we're hitting the ball a little more consistently now. And I didn't practice before I turned the stream on. I never do. I don't want to sell it short like I've been practicing for hours before I come here. Again, a poor stroke, miscued, too low on the object ball. I don't know what I did. Maybe I tensed up. Sometimes when you have other stuff on your mind than the shot, that's a problem. So was a nice delivery. Step back, step into the shot. Notice with these carbon fiber shafts, I get so much action. So I actually don't have to hit it as low as I think. So that was a little more controlled, but you see I didn't hit it still. I still didn't hit it perfectly straight. But I'm not lining them up perfectly straight either, so. Here's a little SVB tip on straight in shots. If you've seen his video, he has a great tip in there. Shane Van Boening, world champion. When you're looking and sighting a straight in shot, where do you look? Normally I used to look at the center of the ball, but Shane says, look at the bottom of the ball where the ball actually touches the felt, and you know that's the dead center of the ball. So if you can focus your eyes on that, you're going to increase your straight in shots. And it's true. I've been doing it for a while now, and it really works well. Sighting those straight in balls. And that's a tip from world champion Shane Van Boening. I'm such a pool fan. I like to watch all of these instructional videos. I like to take all the information in as I can. Pool is a wonderful game. You can learn from anyone. You can learn from someone who's been playing 1 week. You can learn from someone who's playing 10 decades. Okay, maybe not 10 decades. Miscued. I haven't been chalking. I'm using Town Chalk. It's a great chalk, but part of my pre-shot routine is usually I chalk a lot. So this expensive chalk, the Town I find really nice, lasts a long time, and I chalk every shot, usually. But since I'm jabbering so much and warming up here, trying to share information that you might find helpful, then we'll get into 2 more, and then we'll get into some 8-ball. Just want to start by doing this every week so that I can get the stroke going before we start, and we can allow some people to join the stream. So thanks again before we get started for everybody who tuned in. Please like this video. If you don't mind, it does show YouTube that I'm putting out good content, and it helps to promote my content on YouTube, which is something I'd like to do. Obviously, number one is to create a community, and also in order to reach more people, we need to like and share the stream so that we can build it. Okay, so let me just check my phone and we'll get into some 8-ball. This will be rack number 1. And let's do it together. I have this cheaper ball set on here because I'm going to be playing Summer League 8-ball. And they use these cheaper ball sets in league. So I like to use the same equipment that I play with. Okay, who we got in the chat? Say hello. Hey everybody, who we got in the chat? What's up? What are you guys up to? Is anybody watching any of the VNEA International Championships in Las Vegas? My friends on Q Sports Live have a live stream showing that. If you want to watch live pool matches, that's going on right now. But let's get into it. Let's play some 8-ball here. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have advice, let me know. Let's start with rack number 1. Don't be shy out there. So I've been breaking a little bit closer now. And I try to grip the cue consistently on my break shot. And I'm really trying to work on it because truthfully, I don't have the best break shot. If you have great break shot advice, please put a comment on this video. Let me know. Put a link to a video on breaking if you like. You know, this is a community. Let's help each other. Okay, rack number 1. Okay, open table. Open table, nothing down. Let's talk about it. What do you like? You like the stripes? Do you like the solids? What are some of the first things that we look at? Trouble areas. You know, we have some clustering here with the stripes. We have the 8-ball tied up. We have the 4-ball tied up. What available shots do we have? We can play the 6. We can play the 5. That's pretty much it for solids. For stripes, I can't cut this 13 in. I can play the 15 into the corner. It's pretty much it for that. So I think for me, I play solids here. What do you guys play? So I play solids. I have the 2, 3, 1, 7, 6, 5, but the 4-ball's tied up. So if I can, I like to break that out earlier than later. So how can we do that? A couple different ways. Looking at this right now. I can play top, inside, and maybe catch this 4 a little bit. It's a little bit touchy. If we're down here on the 2-ball, we could shoot this 2-ball in and try to come up towards those balls. So that might be a way to do it. But it's really nice to have an insurance ball. An insurance ball is a ball that you have a good possibility of getting position on after your break shot, right? So the 6 in this case is a great insurance ball. So I really don't want to play the 6 right now. Because if I play a breakout on this, there's a really good chance that the cue ball is going to end up around here, and then I'm going to get a shot on this 6. So interesting. Interesting opening shot here. It would be really great if I could hit the 10-ball, because that would break up the 8 and 10 and potentially also the 4. If this 15 wasn't here, I would really try to stun across and probably hit it that way. Another good way to do it is actually to get underneath this 4-ball and hit the 4-ball off of the 10, breaking up the 10-8 a little bit, and hopefully out into the open. And the cue ball would hit off that 4 and then pop out here somewhere for either the 1 or the 6 or the 7-6 combo. So I'm going to try to play this 5-ball, and I'm going to try to play it with top left-hand side, running side, and I want the cue ball to come here, here. Ultimately, I'd love it to get underneath the 4, but the other potential is that we hit the top of the 4 and knock it out. Now, the 8-ball will go to this corner, So it's more important that we get on the 4 than breaking out the 8. I suppose there's a possibility we could bank the 4 ball at some point if we wanted to do that. But I just think that's low percentage. Just my opinion. So that's what I'm going to try. I'm going to try this 5 ball. I'm going to play a high left-hand ball, cue ball, and try to follow this 2 rails and break out the 4 ball and end up with the 6, hopefully. Okay, well, we got the 4 ball out. We didn't exactly get the 6. But we may have the 1 ball here, and we definitely have a 4-6 combination. So, but now the 4 is a good key ball to get on this 8 or even break out the 8 ball with. So maybe the right shot, if I can see it, is to play this 1 ball and try to stop it because it's fairly straight, and then play this 3 ball next. So it's important to think 3 balls at a time. So right now I'm thinking 1, 3, and then 2. But one of the reasons why I'm not too concerned about it is because this 1 ball is a very central location for all these other solids. So I don't want to overthink it really. I just want to focus on making the 1 ball. Okay, and I missed the 1 ball. So, pretty early, right? Pretty early. So that's pretty upsetting for me, but I felt actually pressure from playing for an audience. So, you know, I kind of choked on that shot, admittedly, and missed the ball I would normally pot in practice. So, that's okay. That's why this stream is here. Now, your stripes, and you come to the table, what are you playing here? What is your strategy? You have a tied up 10 ball. This 13 ball appears like it may go off the 6 into the side, but it's really tight. I'm not sure. I have an angle to maybe nudge this 10 ball. Not sure if I like that. And I have this little cluster here. So actually what I like here is shooting this this stripe into the corner and having the cue ball come and break up this cluster a little bit. Rolling through and potentially getting shape on this 14 ball. Or the 9 into this corner pocket over here. So that's what I'm going to play. So now I'm going to play this ball with a little bit of right-hand side. And I want to try to hit the 12 fairly full. Let's try this. Good and bad, right? Because that was the ball we were going to use to break out the 13. And now the 12 ball is also tough. So, you know, we have to think at this point in the game. This point in the game, we have 1, 2, 3 balls that are trouble, and we have 3 balls that are open. You know? So at what point do you consider playing a safety, or what safety you're going to play? You know? Or do you still go for the run out? Now, 8-ball is a run out game, especially in bar table pool. You watch at the higher levels, these guys aren't missing shots, these girls and guys. These higher division players aren't missing balls. But this stream is for everyone. So whether you're playing in low division or higher division, let's try to figure out a plan for what you're going to do. Okay? So let's say in higher division, it looks as though this 12-ball will bank. It also looks like this 15 will go into the side off of the 13, which would open that up. And the 10 ball's tied up. So what's your plan? Do you have an idea? Let me know in the comments. Or do you have any ideas what to do here? Can you offer me any advice? I mean, this is just rack number 1. And I'm feeling pretty nervous. I'm not playing amazing. And I got 3 trouble balls and 3 open balls. I don't know what to do. I guess I could play an angle on this 9 to kind of nudge the 13 out and hopefully use the 13 after to break out the 12. But then I also have this issue to break out. So I don't know. I actually have a shot where I could play bottom on this and draw into the 8-ball, potentially getting this bank out of the way, or even getting on the 10-ball. It's a shot that's possible. And it develops a lot of things off of, like, if I have 3 tied up balls and I have 3 open balls, essentially I have to open 1 ball up with every shot. So it's very low percentage to get out from here. Let's try to draw this into the 8-ball. All right, there's one problem. We did leave ourselves the bank on the 12. It's a tough bank. But if we make this bank and we open this 1 up off the cushion, well, the thing is we don't really have a shot after this bank, do we? It's tough. You know, to open up this 13, I still like the 15 off the 13. Maybe I can get there off of this 10 ball. If I play the 10 and hit the 7 square, I can leave myself hopefully the angle to play the 15 off of the 13 into the side. So let me try this. So we got what we wanted there. Now we're going to play this 15 in the side off the 13. And then what? Do we try to roll forward slightly to play that bank on the 12? What do you guys think? Does anybody have any advice? Maybe I'm just not getting my messages. Oh, here we go. Sorry guys, I wasn't... Oh, brutal. I wasn't getting service on my other phone. So I didn't see any of these messages. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is a work in progress, guys. Cue ball control. Hey, how's it going? Nice. 6. 8 ball has a pocket. Yeah, bang time. What's up? So I'm just catching up on these. Like my my thing was frozen. Can I follow into the 12? No, I don't have the angle. I don't have the angle, but I can follow up. I could follow up and play position for the bank. Or I can, actually I like shooting the bank from the stop shot because I like the cross bank because the cue ball I can get the cue ball to come up on the cross bank naturally for the 9 ball. So I think that's what I'm going to play. I play this and stop it. And then I play the cross bank. Wow, 2 for 1. So, I mean, I'm gonna try the cross bank here, but I realize I don't have the angle to do what I wanted and come through here, but I do have the angle in this cross bank to come here, and potentially play for the 9 into the side. So I think that's what I'm gonna play. Let's try that. Whoa. Okay. Well, not the best, but pretty good. All right. So now I do have a cut, and I can play bottom outside to try to come towards the 8 ball. I didn't want that kiss, but I look like I'm okay on this 8 ball here, so I'm just going to punt this in and we can move on to rack number 2. All right, so we got out. I would have liked to get out on the very first rack, but yeah, cue ball, you're sure right. The sides are tight, especially on my table. But the only reason why I played that 12 ball to the side was because we had to break out that ball, right? And if I'm shooting the side from this angle, almost straight in, it's not as much of an issue, right? It's just that with my side pockets are so tight, anything from like here this way is very difficult. It's makeable from here, and then once you get like over to here, it's almost not even potable. Like it's so close to be able to get the ball in. But if the object ball is anywhere in this area, the side is not as bad. Okay, so let's go through rack number 2. Which one of you guys has some breaking advice for me? Bang Time's got a pretty solid break. I mean, with a name like Bang Time, you gotta have a good break. Otherwise, you'd be like, what? What's not a bang? You'd be like, I don't know. It wouldn't be a bang though. Let's just leave it at that. It would just be like a tap. It would be like tap time instead of bang time. You know? That's not cool. Hey Ron Johnson, what's happening? Welcome to the stream. We're on rack number 2. Every week I'm trying to do a talk through of 5 racks. That's what I decided on. Because I think 5 racks takes a couple hours, which is a good stream length, I think. Gets me some practice and gets us talking and working on our 8-ball games. Right now, trying to get some advice from these guys on the break shot. Currently what I'm focusing on the break shot is actually sighting this diamond right here instead of the rack itself. Sounds crazy, but I've been lining up my ball pretty straight and trying to hit it right where that is. Kind of looking past the rack at the center diamond. Trying to have a very tight bridge hand and a very loose stroke. And I've been hitting them pretty square. But we all know what happens when you do that. You don't make a ball and you get run out by your opponent. So it hasn't been the best for that reason, but okay. What do you think? Stripes or solids? This is rack number 2. What do you say? Let me see. Last time my comments froze. All right. Yeah, it was a great squad, wasn't it? Flip a coin. Flip a coin, Jim says. Yeah, I think so too. Note, Jim, 4-ball doesn't go by the 14, but I mean, easy enough position to play the 4 off the 2, right? And play the 4 up this way. That would be my only thing I see. Stripes, you got to be kind of really particular about how you get out of here. So it really comes down to opening shots. Also, can be kind of tricky to get position on this these 2 solids right here. You like solids, Ron, eh? All right. So I see stripe. You know, you got to be over here to make this 10-ball. This can be kind of tricky, even though it's easy. You want to be able to get the 14 and get your cue ball out, and at least be able to shoot the 9 where you can get the 9 and get the cue ball out of there as well. So I'm starting to formulate a bit of a plan here for stripes. What I'm seeing is this is my opening ball. And then I'm playing for the 11 or 15. Hopefully the 15. Play the 11. Get on the 12. Play for the 14. And then shoot the 9 and come 1, 2, 3 cushions over for this 10 ball and then play the 8 ball. That's my pattern for strikes. Think of a pattern for solids, guys, and let me know. I'll just be right with you. All right, for solids, what do we have? Well, we need to be on the 2 to get to the 4. And the tricky part here is the getting on these two correctly, actually. And Jim says 2, 7, 6, 5, 1, 7, 3, 8. Okay, I got it. So 2, this is the 4, not the 7, but I know what you mean. 2, 4, 6, 5. Play the 1 down here. Play the 7 into the corner. Come up with the cue ball. Play the 3 and then the 8. I like that pattern, Jim. That's a nice pattern. Really nice. Yeah, 2 to the 4. Yeah, I know exactly what you meant. Hey, at least my 5 ball's orange, right, guys? Okay, I'm gonna flip a coin. Or should I just play solids? You know what? Jim's such a good member of this community, this small community that we have. Guys, let's play Jim's pattern here. This is gonna be Bang Time's pattern. So just imagine me being a little more buff and a little better looking, and pretend I'm Bang Time, okay? So we're gonna go 2 to the 4, and it's pretty straightforward. I just gotta roll this in pocket speed and come off the cushion just a little bit. Yeah, I hit it too heavy, and instantly I've ruined my pattern. So I needed to be really square on this 4. So now that I've ruined Jim's pattern, I might need to change it a little bit. I mean, the 4 does go in the middle, but it's really tough. I'd rather stroke this ball into the corner, to be honest, and play 2 rails out. 6 ball has a pocket here, so we can play for that. I can come 1, 2, 3 cushions and out for the 6 or the 5 right now. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to play the 4 into the same corner, but I just got to change the plan here a little bit. Okay. Hitting this with a little low left. I hit it too light, but I got the 6 in the middle now. So the 6 on the side from here is pretty good, but I got this pull, so I don't like that either. So the pull is in my way, I don't know if you can see, but the pole is really in my way here. This is really awkward. The 5 ball is really tight past the 15, so I don't know if that's a way to do it. So I might have to just go for this. But I'm really jacked here. Like, this will be a hell of a shot if it goes in. Well, let's go for it, right? Oh! I was so jacked up by this stupid pole I have here. I told my wife, next house, no posts, nothing in the way, and I might even move up to a 9-foot table. Jim, I like the plan. I'm sorry I couldn't follow through with it, but if this 6 ball goes in, we're perfect on the 5. You can see it right here, and we got a natural angle to shoot this 1, come down and execute Jim's plan to perfection, and for sure we're out. But we didn't get out. So now we're playing stripes. We're at the table. The key is getting to this 10 ball here, right? And this isn't as much of a problem, but we gotta be kind of straight because the 15 will go, but the 13 won't. And you want to be able to shoot the 15 in and then come back for the 13. So let's think of a pattern here. What do you guys got? Yeah, I know. I see your things here. It's unfortunately we're on the stripes here now. So stripes, I got to get on this 15 ball. Fairly straight. So I could try to use the 12 to get there. The problem is just playing this 10 ball last. So I mean, I almost have the mind to just play this 9 right now and try to come down for the 10 and get it out of the way. But the thing is, it's hard to get from the 10 onto anything else. So I think I play this to the 12. So that's what I'm going to do. This ball set that I've changed to, this cheap ball set, it's a lot lighter than quality ball sets. So not to make excuses, but yeah, the 12 passes the 5. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do, Jim. The 12 passes the 5 right now, and I'm going to try to get somewhere where I can get this 15 ball, hopefully. I cheated it as much as I could there. And it looks like I have enough to make this 15. Okay. So now we have no choice. We got to take the 14. Well, we do have a choice. We could play this 11 up in the corner there. We could play the 11 into the corner there. But I don't know. I got this 14 ball here too. So what to do? Problem is, if I play 3 cushions with this 14, I got a chance of hitting the 1 and leaving myself no shot, or hitting the 1 and scratching. Yeah, 14 first. Yeah, I feel the same way. But do you play it with off three cushions? Or how do you play this bang time? Do you know, another way is I could play it to bounce off here and play for this area, right? And play the 11 up in that corner. But naturally, I love playing this with inside spin and coming around the cushions to here, maybe, is the goal. So that's the way I play it. I'm going to try that. I got to catch it deep into this corner here to get the angle that I want. If I catch it too soon, I'm in trouble. So. Oh, you got to look at the shot. Man, that was awful. The line was awful. The shot was awful. Oh, this is terrible. Okay, back to solids. This is pretty sad today. We're not playing up to expectation. It's very difficult to talk and play. I'm learning, but it's very good. It's very good for the game. So, okay, we're solids again. All I can see is the 3 ball. Don't know if I can play enough inside to avoid hitting the 7, or if I should go around the 7. So I could go around the 7 and through here, play the 1, or even come out here for the 5 potentially. But what I'd like to do is cut it in and hit it with a lot of inside and try to come up this way towards this 14 ball, where I can then play the 1 and the 7. I have a very thin cut on this I could potentially make, or I could bank the 5. But let me see. Another possibility, which would be really nice, is to hit this and then come into this 10 ball and just gently move it. But the potential to tie up the 6 ball with the 10 is great. So I really try to avoid touching the other balls if possible. So I don't know what to play here. MHF, yeah, I should have drawn back. You play it with 5 o'clock, interesting. Okay, I'll try it. 5 in the side. It's actually a really thin cut though. Yeah, it was really thin. Really thin. I didn't like that. Looks better on the TV screen. Okay, getting tired of this rack. I'm gonna finish it out. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot the 13 in, and I'm going to kick this 8 ball to the end cushion. And I'm going to try to play for the cue ball right here. Okay, well, we didn't get the 8 where we wanted, but the 8 ball does go now. So we have the 10 and the 14. The 11 ball is tough. But I can either play position for the 11 or I can bank the 11. So I'm going to try the 14 up in the corner, shape on the 10. Okay, now I'm going to try to play for this position on the 11 in the side. It's a stun shot here. Touchy shot. Little heavy. Little heavy. These cheap ball sets are so light. It's crazy. I'm going to try to still cut it in. Got it in, got lucky. Still have a shot on this 8-ball. Try to cut it in the right-hand corner and avoid the scratch here. Thin cut. All right, that was rack number 2. It was ugly. But that was it. Hey. I was excited to start a new rack because man, that was like back and forth and back and forth. That was pretty bad as far as the level that I'm used to playing. So, but we got through it, and now this is rack number 3. And then at the end of this stream, I'm going to go through one tip. I'm going to try to give amateurs one tip for me that changed my game. One thing that I learned that changed my game when I was starting out. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, I like your guys' plans there, but you know, that out that I just made on that terrible rack was it just goes to show you that everybody has their own way of doing things and you have to play to your strengths. Golf is another game that's like that. You know, not everybody can drive it like Tiger Woods, so they have to figure out what works best for them. I think that's why there's a good parallel between golf and pool. Okay, so this rack, like my table's so tight in this corner and we end up, we've been ending up here a lot today. So I have a really short cue, and I think for stripes, I would play this bank on the 12 as an opener. I kind of like stripes here. Primarily because the 2-ball doesn't really have a pocket. It's almost blocked by this. I don't really have a great opener for solids, which is a huge determiner. I have a difficult shot on this 1-ball into the middle. And I have a gigantic post over there that's right in line with that shot. So what I like is the stripes only have this 1-ball here that's tied up. And potentially I could play a bank shot on this 9, right? But I also have the 13 here and the 14 to use to break out that 9. And I have an insurance ball here as well. So, you know, so that kind of solves this little area here for stripes for me. So the thing is, the key shot here is the bank right off the bat. If I can bank this 12-ball in and hopefully come up here towards the 3, get position on the 11 or, you know, into this area here for one of these balls, and I could come back and play the 11 because I want to play the 11 to get to the 10, right? So, but I mean, that's what I see. I see stripes here all day long. What do you guys see? Yeah, I'm in a basement. I'm in a basement in Canada. So this is the basement of my house. You guys see the same pattern I see? Bank shot on the stripe. Yeah, Ron, that's all I really have. Just got to play this bank shot, so let's go ahead and try this. Let's take a moment to talk about bank shots. I have a few different systems I use. I use the X marks the spot system, same as little Chris. You draw a line through the center of the ball to the back of the cushion, and you draw that line across to where you want to bank it, okay? Then you draw another line through the ball to the opposite pocket. Where those lines intersect, you draw a line straight down to the rail, and that is where you have to contact the ball. Okay? So that's one way to look at a bank shot. Another way is, like, I have a friend who's a very prolific 8-ball player in Canada here. His name is Kevin Cardinal. He's a good friend of mine. His family is, everyone in his family I know very well. Fantastic 8-ball player. Kevin has the ability to just look at a ball and say, oh, is that a half ball bank, quarter ball bank, 3/4 ball bank? And he just does it like that. He just looks at it and he's like, yeah, this is a half ball bank, or this is a 3/4 ball bank. And so what he means by that is, like, whether he's going to hit half of the ball, or he's going to hit 3/4 or 1/4. One thing that he also showed me is if you play just a little bit of running side on your banks, it seems to true them up nicely. So they usually hit the center of the pocket. And I've been lucky to play with Kevin over many, many years, and he's taught me a lot of really great things. So have a lot of other people in his family. So that's what I'm going to say about banks. The other bank thing is, half the distance. You got, this is a tough example to do half the distance, but you have one diamond. So, if you go from 1 to half, that's the bank. So if you take that parallel angle, that's still the bank here. So using a parallel shift, you can also come up with that same point. So that's 3 different systems that you can use banking. So hopefully that will help somebody out. And hopefully, after saying that I got so many different ways to make this bank, I can make this bank. But I got to use this little cue. So this is like an excuse cue. If I miss this bank, I get to blame it on this cue. All right. Let's try this. There it is, and Kevin wouldn't be disappointed with me. Thanks, Kevin, for showing me that. All right. Okay, so I'm a little hampered, and I'm tree-topped here. So, really tough. I don't know if I can hold this for the 10, but I gotta. And again, I'm gonna roll forward a little bit, and I gotta just hit this pocket weight and try to hold it for the 10. I really don't have any other option. I guess I could go rail first, but that doesn't really benefit me in any way because then the cue ball's coming this way. So if anything, I want to hit it fuller and try to, make this pretty sloppy, right? I don't know if we made that enough. Might not have the cut here. and we don't. But we can masse slightly and make the 15 into the far corner. So we have to play a little slight masse around the 3 here. But I think we can pull this off. And then maybe use the 13 to get back to the 10. All right, so we pulled that off. Now, we're a little funny on this 10 ball as well, or on this 13. I would have loved to be a little bit straighter on this 13, but I'm not, so. What to do now? We could play for this 14 ball, and we could draw under and try to hit the bottom side of this 9. And what it does is it actually is an amazing shot because it does 2 things. It opens up the 9 ball, and the cue ball has nowhere to go but towards the 10 ball this way. So if we can get a good angle on this 14 and draw it into this bottom side of the 9, it's a great shot to not only open up the 9, but get position on the 10. Did you guys see that shot? Thanks, Brad. Welcome to the stream, Brad. This is a community where we talk about 8 ball, and this is rack number 3, and we go through 5 racks of 8 ball every Saturday night. This is only the 2nd episode. So thanks for joining us, and please feel free to add your input and your advice as we are all learning as a group here. We were learning through the way I play, and I'm learning from the way the people in the stream tell me what they would do. Now, if I was straighter on the 13 and I could miss the 4, I would probably go down for the 10 here. But another thing I could do is kind of cheat the pocket. And I could play to bank this 9 ball, hitting the 6 out of the way. But then I have to get from the 14 back to the 10. So I'm going to look here. I'm going to look at the angle I have, see how much I can hold it. It's funny, I could actually come into the 10 ball here, potentially. Is that something I'd want to do? I don't know. To me, it seems like I can hold the cue ball to right here. And from right here, this is an excellent angle to shoot the 14, draw the cue ball off the cushion, break out the 9, and have the cue ball roll down for the 10 ball. So that's my plan. Do you guys see any other plans? Let me see what this looks like. It looks as though I can stun just past the 4, but there's a really good chance that I touch the 4 ball, so I don't think that's worthwhile. And I can't see the 9 right now to cross bank it. So, Brad, what do you think? Yeah, I can't stop it, pal. I can't stop it, but I can hold it. Yeah, kill draw, that's the shot cue ball. Kill draw, that's what I have to play. Yeah, that's the shot. Cue ball's got a kill draw. I gotta hold this as much as possible. So let's try that. not too bad. I didn't want to hit the 3, but I think I can hit the cue ball well enough to execute what we wanted to execute. So now I want to look. Where does this have to hit? It almost has to hit, I'm imagining a cue ball. It almost has to hit here, like here, in order to catch that 9. So it's got to hit here. It's got to hit there. Yeah, it's a pretty good shot. I think I can do it, and I can hit it with a little bit of outside so that the spin grabs and it comes wide, and hopefully I don't hit the horn with the cue ball. But let's try this. This is the bottom right-hand siding a little bit, and I'm trying to pot the 14. Cue ball will come off this cushion, hit the 9, and go back towards this way. Because what happens when you hit a ball here, it goes back towards the cushion. But you wouldn't know that watching that video where they called SVB on a foul. Obviously, that was not a foul. Just saying. Just simple physics. Okay. I didn't quite get there. I didn't get enough bottom on it. But you know what? I can still see the 10 ball. And I can see the 9. So, to be honest, I like the 9 ball because it allows me to control my position better on the 10. Where if I play the 10, that 1 ball might mess me up a little bit. Because ultimately, I'd like to miss the 1 ball and maybe come out here, or miss it and try to, or come off the rail and hit it and try to hold. But I actually like the 9 ball in the middle here. And MHF is going to bug me because they keep playing these shots into the side. But like I said, from this angle, it's pretty straight. And it's a natural angle, like to here, but if I play a little bit of a little touch of top spin, I'll avoid the 1 and bounce out for the 10, and then have to come back down for the 8 ball. So to me, it lays pretty natural to do that. But would you guys play the 10, and how would you play the 10 if you were going to? Nine side, bang time says all day. Yeah, Ron agrees. Yeah, I agree too, guys. That's the shot. And it lays really natural to do that here. So I'm just going to look at my my point of contact. This is for any amateurs watching this stream, not live, but say you're watching the stream later and you're like a 300 to 500 Fargo. This is important stuff. It's called pre-shot routine. And so my pre-shot routine is I look at the contact point here, and my eyes are locked on that contact point as I visualize where I need to be to get the cue ball to hit that contact point, right? And so now that I'm lined up to that, that's where I place my back leg, my right leg. If you're right-handed, your right leg you want to place on that line. If you're left-handed, then you want to place your left leg on that line. And that's my pre-shot routine. And then from standing up from here, I'm visualizing the entire shot before I get down and execute what I visualized. So I'm visualizing it right now. was so thin, it was actually harder to hold than I thought. That's a shame. When I was visualizing it, I was like, you know what? I'm bouncing way back here, even if I play it pocket weight. So, okay, guys. Sorry I didn't get out there, but you know, a lot of the time this happens in pool, and now we get to say, okay, how do I get out from here? A little side note, Buddy Hall has a video on VHS from the 90s called How to Get Out From Here. It's 9-ball, and it's an amazing video. I watched it a lot when I was younger. Okay. So for me, the key ball here is getting on this one, right? And I lay pretty natural to play just a slight touch of inside spin and come across for this 1 ball. So without even really getting too into it, that's what I'm going to play, because that's the first thing that needs to be done in order to even have a chance to get out here. Oh my goodness. And I dogged it. All right. That was awful. So now we're stripes again. And now we got to get to the 9 to the 8. I'm just off straight. And the way I see this, I got to come off this cushion and towards and play this little window here for the 9, because it lays pretty natural. Just have to avoid the 2 ball. So let's try this. Avoid the 2, a little nudge on the 2, that's okay. Now we're on this 9 ball. Little stun run through here, a little drag. I'm going to play a little drag and then let the cue ball roll through a little bit. Just to get on this 8 nicely. All right? And then the 8 ball. All right, there we go. We scratched on the side, but whatever. I'm just disappointed that I missed that 2. Let's try that shot again. Let's just put the 8 ball up. Let's just put the 8 ball up and try that one more time. That was disappointing. And I just want to show you, just want to show you what I was trying to accomplish there. So something like this. And what you want to do is you just want to play a touch of inside, just come straight across like that for that 1 ball, right? And then however you want to get out from here, just come out into the area of all the balls there, get a shot, and you're off to the races. They were all just sitting pretty at that point. Come down for the 5 ball. Right? And then we would have, I hit a little rock there or something. And we would have come up for that 8 ball. However you want to play the 8. All right, that was rack number 3. Sorry I couldn't perform as well as I did the first time I did this stream, but man, I gotta brush this table. It's kind of messy. I don't usually leave it this dusty. Jeez. Okay. I do cover my table. I just use a sheet when I cover my table at night, or whenever I'm not using it through the week. I just want to take a minute to thank everybody who's participating in this stream. Thank you so much for your support. I promise to do everything I can to support you guys and your channels as well. Jim, I do. I share your guys' videos on my Facebook page, and I'm happy to share and give you guys nods and like your streams and like your videos and your posts whenever I see them. And you guys do it for me as well, and I really appreciate that. It's really what I'm all about. I'm all about community, and I'm all about getting together as a team. So thanks, everybody. Nine to get to the 10. Shooting fast, does it form muscle memory better or just more shots per hour? That's a good question. Here's an interesting fun fact. I've known a few people who have watched Shane Van Boening practice, and several times I've heard, man, when that guy practices, he hits the balls really hard all the time. And I thought, why would he do that? So what I understand is, if you're playing shots hard all the time, you're used to it, and it really allows your stroke to, what happens if you baby everything all the time and all of a sudden you got to come with a shot? You're not good at that. Does that make sense? So he plays shots hard a lot of the time in practice because he doesn't care if he misses it, really. He just wants to start potting them with speed. Because when you're out of position, for a pro player, when you're in position, the game is dead easy. They're very, very good at it and very, very consistent, as I'm sure you guys all can see. But the problem is when you're coming to the table and you got to pull off a shot and you got to hit something hard and you got to hit it with speed and you got to hit it with spin. Shane's really good at doing that, and maybe one of the reasons why he's good at doing that is because he's hitting balls hard with spin all the time at home when he's practicing. Just food for thought. Just food for thought. What do you think? Bangtan uses a speed pool for auto aiming. I love that. When I'm playing straight pool, when I'm in the zone, yeah, I'm just lining up. I'm trusting my alignment and everything more than concentrating on the balls. I see the patterns really quickly, and I just know my aiming point is correct. That's it. I just know it. Yeah, bang time. I do all of those things. I vacuum, I take a damp rag, I do all of those things. The table, for most people, this table isn't filthy, but for me it is. I usually keep it a little cleaner than this. I had 0 burn marks on my cloth because I was using the Predator balls before. I switched to these cheap balls because I'm playing Pool League here soon, and I want to get used to the lighter balls and the cheaper balls. I like to play with the same equipment that we use in the league. One of the side effects to that was, look at these burn marks that these cheap balls make on the table. The Predator balls don't do that, nor do the Cyclops or my Brunswick Pros. None of those sets do that. Okay, let's break the rack number. What rack are we on, guys? Yeah, we're on rack 4. Okay. Here we go, rack number 4. I have this brake patch from Shark Skin from Oatsville. So I've been using the Shark Skin brake patch sometimes. It works great. How do you guys feel about template racks? Let's talk about them. Because they say the AccuRack is the best template rack, and I don't want to upset Chris here. I really like him. I think he's a great guy. and Matchroom uses the Outsville, the AccuRack, but honestly, I just really don't think it's that great. I prefer the Turtle Rack over it, but you know, a lot of people have argued that with me, and I honestly prefer the original Magic Rack, and I prefer the Turtle Rack both over the AccuRack. I was actually, to be honest, I was disappointed with my AccuRack. I understand you have to put, every time I tell him about it, he's like, well, you're not racking the balls properly. Well, you know, that's kind of a slap in the face to tell someone that's been playing for like 30 plus years that they don't know how to rack. So I found that kind of offensive, kind of rubbed me the wrong way, to be honest. The instructions are also right on the rack, so how much of a doughhead do you have to be to you know, not rack the balls properly? Anyway, that comment kind of caught me off guard a little bit, but yeah, you put the balls in and then you push them forward and they should set perfectly every time. Well, that wasn't happening for me. Maybe it's the rack's got to wear in a little bit. Do you guys have a favorite template rack? Do you like template racks or do you prefer triangle racks? Let me know. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it for a couple minutes. Let me grab my phone, because I could take a tiny bit of a break here between rack 3 and rack 4. Template racks, what do you think? Screw templates, let's rack them. I love it. I love that. I love that, Jim. I'm with you on that. I mean, it is a perfect rack though, but it is kind of boring to watch the pros play with it because, man, it just makes the game too easy. Little Chris has a great video on using the template rack, breaking 9-ball, and he knows, like, Chris is an amateur like all of us here, and he knows where the balls are going on his 9-ball break really well. I found that video extremely enlightening. It might have been not even a video, it might have been on his live stream he was doing that, I forget, but look it up. Little Chris has a great video on breaking 9-ball with the template, and he knows how to, like, pattern rack or whatever. He knows how to rack the balls in such a way where he knows where a lot of them are going off the break, which is great. Yeah, you prefer the Turtle over others. So do I. Yeah, the Magic Rack does wear out. You got to buy it more often, right? I like the Triangle Magic Rack. I have racks a little loose sometimes. Here's something on that too. As a machinist and CNC programmer, that's what I do for a living, okay? Now, I deal with really fine measurement, okay? Your hair, the average hair is 0.003 inches, okay? So 3/1000th of an inch. And when you measure a ball set 2 1/4, you know, there's a little bit of a tolerance there. New ball sets are great on a Magic Rack, but these balls are used and old. The more you polish the balls, put them in a polisher, clean them, whatever you do, over time they do get a little bit smaller. Now, people wouldn't notice that because it's a small decimal place, but when you put those balls on a Magic Rack, if they're not exactly 2 1/4, it will create spaces. So in that instance, you can sometimes get a tighter rack with a triangle. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah. Hey, Jim. No offense, but don't go there with pattern rack, okay? Every rack's a pattern. Am I going to take that argument? They want the 1 in the front, they want the 8 in the middle, they want the stripe on one corner and the solid on the other corner. If you're talking 9-ball tournaments, they want the 1 in the front, they want the 9 in the middle, they want the 2 in the back. How many other options are there? By the time you take 3 balls out of the equation, how many different variations can you possibly do? It's pretty easy to pattern rack without pattern racking, right? To swap it from this pattern to that pattern. I mean, I get what you're saying. 10 ball, for example, when I play 10 ball tournaments here locally, they want the 1 in the front, the 10 in the middle, the 2 in the corner, and the 3 in the corner. So that only leaves, you know, and the 10 in the middle. So that's 4. So that's 6 balls. So those 6 balls are the only ones that are really changing. But I know what you're saying. Oh, are you? You're also a CNC programmer. Do you use Mastercam? Right now I'm using Mastercam 2022. I haven't switched to 2023 yet, but the 3-point rule, okay. Yeah, that's a good rule. I like that. I like that. Okay, let's keep it on topic. Pattern racks. You know what I like that I bought? Let me see if I can find it here. I bought the Alpha Rack. Little Chris used it as well. I bought the Alpha Rack. You can't see it, but this thing is amazing. If you like pattern racks, or not pattern racks, if you like template racks, to me there's no better thing than this. You can't even see it. But what you do is you place that on the table and you just use reinforcements, and you put reinforcements in there, and then the balls rack tight. And this thing has little laser cuts so that you can line it up perfectly straight. Then all you do is you put a couple of pieces of tape down on it to hold it in position, and then you put your reinforcements in all the positions. But what I like about it is, if you want to just play 10 ball for a while, or say you're only playing 10 ball for a certain amount of time, you can just use the 10 ball or just the 9 ball, or you could put all of them out. Another thing that's good about it is if one of them starts breaking off, you can just peel it off, put your template back on, and then just replace it with a new one. So this isn't really the best business idea, because you only buy one of these, and this is literally all I'll probably need for my entire lifetime. Also, I could also set up an entire pool hall just using this one Alpha Rack. So from a business perspective, it's not as good as having to buy magic racks, is it? But Jim, for you, it's a great purchase. Even though you don't like template racks, do a video on the Alpha Rack. I'll give you that video, man. Do a video review of the Alpha Rack and talk about how it's superior. I'm telling you, it's the best. It's the best solution for template racking. Another thing about it is you can use regular reinforcements, white ones, or you could use clear ones. And I believe that's what they used when Jason Shaw ran his 714. They did that kind of style, and they used clear templates. Clear reinforcements, or clear donuts they call them, or whatever, and that's what they put on the table. I think it's great. The Alpha Rack, look it up. I'm a big fan. Oh, you could teach me some macro programming, buddy. I'm not good at that. I need to learn. Yeah, check it out. I'm going to type it in the comments here. Alpha Rack. That's how it's spelled. Look it up. Little Chris bought one. Or no, Little Chris bought a different one. This one is more accurate. I feel like this one is the best one to get. As a CNC programmer and machinist, like, this one is super accurate. So I loved it. But again, I had to take all those reinforcements off, because when I put these balls on it, they didn't line up. Why? Because they're about 10 or 15 thou small from 2 1/4. Because they're worn and they're old. Okay guys, let's do rock number 4. What do you say? Good chat, good chat. I think viewers viewers coming into this chat or watching this video later are going to like that conversation. But again, Outsville, love the guy, love the business, just not a fan of the AccuRack. I don't think it's the cat's meow at all. But the brake patches are good. They're awesome. Another thing I don't like about him is he doesn't really ship to Canada for cheap, and it took forever to get here. It's only across the border, man. Why did it take so long? Part of it is Canada, I understand, but... Another dry break. Man, I'm not breaking well today. I only got 1 ball out of 4 breaks. Okay. What do you say, guys? Obviously, I got the 2 ball here. The 5 ball is tied up, so that's our only tough ball. The 6 ball will go past the 9. It's super tight, but it goes past the 9. Another thing is, I don't know if you noticed, but I could roll forward on this 2. First thing I'm thinking is I roll forward on this 2, and I play this 4 off the 9 in the side, and the 9, look at where the 9 goes when I kiss it off. Whoop, it hits the 5 ball out. How good of a solving the rack in 1 shot is that? So, what I'd really like to do is, now that I saw that shot that for me solves the entire rack for low ball, is how do I play position on the 6 off the 4? So I want to be actually on this side of the 4 a little bit myself, so that I could shoot the 4 off the 9. My cue ball can come out for the 6, and I can try to hit the 9. And I don't want to hit it too hard, right? I don't want to hit that 5 into trouble. So I got to really watch the pace of how I hit this 9 ball and it kisses the 10-5 and opens up the 5. Did you guys see that shot? I mean, I saw it pretty soon after looking at this rack. I don't really have a shot for strength, so to me it's out of the question. We got to run low ball here. Yeah, that's the 4, yeah. Yeah, it's a great shot, Jim. Jim's got eyes like a hawk. He sees it just like I do. I love it. I love it. Did you see how we can break out that 5 as well? It's great, isn't it? Now we just got to execute. There it is! Woo! It feels good when a plan works out, eh? Man, I love that. I love pool so much. I'm obsessed with pool, really. It's an obsession. Okay. I do have a window to make that 1 ball, but you know, I don't like that. Thing is, off the 6 is it's hard to control the cue ball on a thin cut on this 1. So I'd like to be as full on the 1 as possible, but I don't want to get too greedy. If I stop, if I draw back, I can maybe play the 7. I don't know. Okay. It's really touchy here. I could really mess this all up with this shot if I'm not careful. So this is, to me, this is the key ball here. And I would consider even going underneath here, but I don't like the idea. It's gonna hit the 15 full, and then I mean that might not be all that bad either. What I'm afraid of is not being able to hold this one, potting this, and then my cue ball hits the 3 and scratches, or it knocks this 3 into some trouble. Or I play too much on it and I scratch, or I come into the 10 and I end up with no shot or hook myself. So what is the safest way to play this one ball? What do you guys play after the 1 here? $11 o'clock. The 3 next where? Where do I take the 3, Jim? $10, $11 on the 1. $10 or $11 o'clock on the 1 ball. Okay, so like you say, okay, this is 9. So like almost like a little bit of outside. All right. And then what? Then my cue ball is going to come through this way? Is that what happens? Because I'm playing just a little bit outside, right? So then I'm cutting it and the cue ball is coming in here, right? And what kind of speed are we playing on that? We're playing like a pocket weight kind of speed. I got to make sure I put enough siding to avoid touching the 7, right? We don't want to touch the 7. We all know that. See, this is the kind of stuff that I'm trying to learn, and I really love that you guys have this input, because this is a shot that I don't play often. I usually have a bit of a different style, so it's really nice and refreshing to hear these different views. Medium speed, just enough to make it. Okay. Yeah, 7 in the same corner. Okay. I've talked the talk, now I gotta walk the walk. Let's do this. I feel like it's, yeah. Okay, let's try it. Nice, guys, nice. I love that. Thank you. Worked out perfectly. I'm ready to listen. What's next? Now what do we do? I want you to give me the shot, the speed, and the spin. All 3. Tell me how to stroke this ball in. I can follow instructions. Okay. What do we got here? Okay, that was perfection. Thanks, Jim. Awesome. Pop back out. Okay. Stun the 7 in the corner for the 3 in the opposite corner. Stun, eh? Okay. But I want to be almost straight in on this on this 3, don't I? Because I got to really be thinking about all 3 of these, right? So, you know, I got to be thinking, where do I want to be on this 3 to get to the 5, right? If I'm too much over here, I'm losing it. But if I'm straight in, I'm good. And I'm good with the slight angle. And I'm good with the slight angle here because I know I can play draw fairly well to come back and get on in line. So I want to be specifically in this area right here. So I want to be here. And I want to be off the cushion too. I don't want to be frozen. I want to be off the cushion. So that means I'd like to hit the rail and come this way, but then I'm coming across the line of shape. So it's a touchy shot. It's a touchy shot and it requires some precision. For myself, playing a lot of straight pool lately, I'll add my 2 cents. I play this with a drag and I play a really light grip and I let the cue ball do the work. I let the cue do the work. Okay? Because I really got to hold this and I really got to control this cue ball. So I play this pretty light, but I play it with a lot of spin to kind of slow the cue ball so I don't lose it. All right, we're a little farther than we wanted to be. But what's the play here, guys? I can see the 5 or the 3. So what's the play here? Shot, speed, and spin. What do I do, Ron? What's next? If you want to stroke it, play 5 o'clock. Jim, you'd have to play on this table to realize that you would lose the cue ball here. Like these are product of the USA. Hey, Ridgeback rails. Best rails you can buy for a bar table, in my opinion. Ridgeback rails. I'm going to put that in the chat. If you guys have a bar table and you want it to play like a diamond and you can't afford the diamond or you just like the bar table, Ridgeback rails. Better than the Penguins. Just saying. I have friends who have bought the Penguins and the Ridgebacks are better. And these are the Pro Series. Okay. I see a couple different shots. I can play this 3 trying to come into the rail, but I'm coming. I got a tight window here, right? And I might have an angle here, believe it or not. I have an angle here to play this with a little check siding and come into the 10 ball, right? I have too much of an angle to try to draw, I think. Let me look at it. Yeah, it's too much of an angle to try to draw one cushion, but I can bring it into the corner tight and come out. Right? That's option number 1. Option number 2, you know, I can almost hit this with so much inside that I play this 5 and get it to check off the rail and play the 3 into the same corner, believe it or not. A lot of good things happen there. If I hit the 9 square, I still have a shot. If I hit the 10, I don't want to hit it too hard because if I'm committing to coming back across for the 3, let's say if I did that, I wouldn't want to hit in either of these balls because it would be traumatic. Nothing would work out. I would lose the game. The options are inside spin on the 5 soft to try to hold and hit the 9 lightly or the 10 lightly and hold for the 3, or play the 3 and try to come 1, 2 and back up for the 5. What do you guys say? Shot, spin, and speed. Oh, the 5 ending center table plan I didn't think of. Oh, cue ball, love that. I love that idea. Because then the 3 is like 3 to the 8 is natural from there, isn't it? See, this is the problem. I sometimes I don't have a big view of the table and man. Guys, I can't tell you how much I'm learning here. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the support and the stream, the help. It's so much fun. Yeah, I like the inside too. It's like a shot I play all the time. 5 inning center table. Let me look at it, cue ball, and see if I can hold it. No. Cue ball, you know what? I love your idea, but I have too much angle and I know my table. This is not saying you chose a bad shot, but I know my table. I'm really struggling to hold that ball here with this shot. I'm really struggling. Pocket weight, my cue ball is probably coming over here. No kidding. My table is that fast. I play this with pocket weight and I'm coming here. I'd actually have a better chance playing low outside here and coming 1, 2, 3 cushions and back to this position from this 5 ball like this than I would trying to hold this. And that's the truth. Okay. I'm going to go for the 3 ball here, 2 rails out for the 5. I hit a little fat. I'm pretty thin on this 5 now. I might have a bank. It's tight though. Definitely the cut is the way to go. And I might have to really whale this one in order to get here with some Efren Reyes zigzag action. That's kind of where I'm at with this 5. I underhit that ball because I was actually scared to overhit it. So I actually decelerated my stroke a little bit on that. Jim, I probably should have played your shot. But here we are. This is why the stream is fun. Because I'm a bad listener. Just kidding. Okay, I hit this kind of firm, and I try to get zigzaggy and get a shot on the 8 here. A little touch outside, and I hope to not scratch in the corner. Oh, that was the shot, but didn't materialize because I hit it too thick. Sorry, guys. Yeah, 3 rails, you were right. Yeah, Ron, I know I should have played that. I should have played that 5 softly, but I just wasn't feeling it. I wanted to play the 3, and then I had an idea to play the 5, 3 cushions out for the 8. Anyway, here we are. And what do we play here? We're stripes. We're stripes. What do we play? Yeah, Ron, it kind of is, right? But we're trying to teach the viewers that not just the people that are watching live, like I really appreciate you guys, but I'm hoping also some amateurs are gonna, they don't want to participate in a live stream maybe, and they just like to watch videos after or something. So I'm trying to make sure that we have content for for beginner players as well, as to what are the options, like let's say you're a 3 in APA. If you're a 3 in APA, what's your shot here? Okay? What's your shot as a 3? To me, it's the safety, right? I'm a run-out player, sure, but if you're not, I want you to also get value out of this stream. So a good shot here is to actually, a couple of things, you could, myself, I would hit the 12 just with top spin, and I would try to get the cue ball over here and play safety on my opponent so that they couldn't see the 5, and then maybe get a ball in hand, right? That's the idea. Okay. I like the 9 ball as well, Jim. In our style of play, I like the 9. What I like about it is if I play pocket weight, I also plug the pocket for my opponent. So let's say if I do miss, I want to miss it on this side and tie up the 5, or I want to just leave it in the pocket, right? So, gotta switch this song. Sorry, I hate that song. It sucks. But the pole is right in the way of me. Also, right in the way of me shooting the 9. Another shot is I got the 14 in the middle, and the cue ball comes around the table to play safe on the 5 as well. So it's kind of a shot to nothing. So just for the cue, just because I can't cue the 9 properly, I'm going to try this shot. And we get the safety, right? Like that's the idea, is we leave the opponent tough, right? So now you're solids, and what do you have? You got the bank shot, right? So you got to go for the bank. This was a quarter ball bank. There it is, a nice bank shot. And now you just got to make a good shot on the 8, and you're out. And we scratched. Okay? So we scratched. Now you have ball in hand, and you're an APA 3. What do you do? You could play a safety. That's what I would do. I would play a safety. I might shoot this in and call just a shot. Shoot that in and play a safety. If you're playing a 3, you're a 3 in APA, you're playing another 3, just play the safety. For myself, I know if I make this combination, I'm winning this game. There's another way I could play it. I could break the 8 ball. I could play this and get the 8 ball out of the way. Let's try that. That's fun. This is a fun shot. Whenever you see these kind of shots, it's kind of fun. So say you have a ball here that's tying up your ball there. A good way to get that out is to play a shot like this off the cushion, hit that ball off the rail out of the way, and then you've opened up the pocket for your shot. Let's try that. See that? How that works? Now you just got to get position on those. Let's roll this 12 in. We got a little stop shot here to get on the stripe. be a little trickier, a little drawback. I'm straighter on this than I wanted to be. Try to come in between these a little bit. Give myself an angle to get on the 8 ball. I like to play this one just with a little bit of inside. Boom. I went a little bit far there, but I like it because I'm not bridging off the rail. There we go. That was rack number 4. It wasn't perfect, you know. Guys, do you believe me when I say if I'm playing you that rack in a tournament, I'd probably run it out on you? You know, but doing it on a live stream, I hope you guys understand. I mean, you guys know playing live and trying to explain things is difficult, and that's why I'm taking it on, because I'm trying to play with distractions. Because you know what distracts me the most playing tournaments? My own head. So if I can start to get, you know, play better here, it's going to help me there. And I really appreciate all the support and the ideas. You guys have recommended a couple of patterns that are a little different than what I would normally play. And that's refreshing to me as well. So, okay, let's try one more. Rack number 5. Okay, we made a ball this time. Made a ball. This is an interesting rack. Right away I see solids I like better. But I don't know. Yeah, cue ball control, I knew that, but I felt confident I could deal with that. And I was just trying to run out and get to the next rack, so whatever. Okay. What do you guys think about this rack? I'm just seeing if this third 3 will go, and it looks like I might be able to even make the 3 in the side. So I'm going to play solids here, and I'm going to play the 4 ball last. It goes into the corner, and it's perfect key ball for the 8. And now I'm going to show you my way that I decipher 8 ball racks in tournaments is I go backwards. So right now I'm looking, this is my key ball. I want to be on this 4, even here. Even here, I could shoot the 4 and come over for the 8 there. So the 4 is my last ball. How do I get on the 4? To me, the 2 ball is the natural ball to get on the 4. So I'm going backwards. I work backwards. So where do I want to be on the 2? Right here. What gets me there? Wouldn't you know it, this 3 ball. It's really close to the 10, but I believe I can make this and hit the left side of the pocket. And just maybe just roll through or just draw back and give myself position on the 2 to get to the 4. Okay, well, how do I get to the 3 ball? Well, to get to the 3 ball, you know, shooting the 1 from this angle and drawing it through here is actually not a bad way to get on the 3. So how do I get on the 1 ball? Well, say shooting the 5 coming this way gives me a good angle on the 1, or I could use the 7. So the 5 or the 7 gets me to the 1, to the 3, to the 2, to the 4, and to the 8. So does that make sense, guys? That's rack number 5, and that's how we're going to do it. Plan's already changed. I didn't get as straight on the 5 as I wanted. So I may play the 1 here. I may just play the 1 here and then use the 5 or the 7 to get around for the 3 ball now. Because my pattern might have to change here. Yeah, because I don't like trying to avoid the 1 there, and I don't like to touch other balls, so I'm going to play the 1 here now and try to come back up for the 7 and the 5. All right. I underhit that a little bit as well. Could have hit that a little more confidently. Do we get sassy and play the bank on the 5? Or do we play the 7? Okay. I'm going to try to bank this 5 ball. Just because I think it's a game winner. Ball, come around for the 3. Little top right. Pretty good on this 3 ball now. We got to just try to sneak this in. Did that. Got an okay angle here to get on this 4 for the 8. Not bad. Got the angle to come across here on the 8. And there we go, the 8 into the corner pocket. And that's a wrap. Finally got a run-out table. How do you guys play that? Do you go for the bank? I mean, I got a little funny there, and I knew I'm pretty confident with my bank shot, so I thought, you know what? I'm going to go for the bank. Thanks, Ron. Okay, guys. That was 5 racks of 8 ball. And that took just over 2 hours. So what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think? Because this is only the second stream, and I'm trying to create a stream that's beneficial for league players and for the community. And I think 2 hours is a lot of time. You guys have been watching and supporting me for 2 hours, so I don't want you guys to feel like it's too long. And I don't expect everyone to stay for 2 hours, but I do want to create a scenario where people can join in for rack 1 or rack 2, or at least I create some consistency that people know that, hey, we're going to go through 5 racks today. Maybe I'll join in rack 4. Maybe I'll join in rack 1. Maybe I'll stick around at the beginning and watch rack 1. Maybe I'll watch the stream later and I'll go through the racks. I'm going to hopefully timestamp. I'm going to start timestamping the live stream so that people can go back and go rack 1, rack 2, rack 3, rack 4, rack 5. And so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to have a tip of the week. at the end. So that's what I'm going to talk about now. But what do you guys feel about, I'm really counting on your feedback, you know? I really appreciate the support, and I'm really counting on your guys' feedback to make this a popular stream that works for all levels, okay? What do you feel about it? You like the format? Bang Time? Thanks. Thanks. It's just something I came up with, and I want to do live streams, but honestly, talking for 2 hours is, you can hear my voice is like, that's why I kind of wanted to just do 5 racks, right? Because, you know, I talk a lot. And with 5 racks, I also feel like, you know, today we could have gone a little faster, but we could also go a little bit slower. Things can come up where, you know, I might get a viewer asking me, hey, how do you make a bank shot? Or, you know, hey, what kind of grip do you have on your cue, and how do you grip your cue for that shot? Or, hey, how did you do that draw? Or how do you do, you know, things that not only I may be able to help them with, but the people in the chat may be able to help them with, you know? Like when I see Jim and Ron, when I see you guys on Little Chris's chat, when we're watching them do straight pool, you know, I'm learning things. We're talking about other things. We're supporting Chris, but we also have a little community going. So that's what I'm trying to do here. And it's not about my channel. It's not about I want to have 1 million views. It's not about I want subscribers. Trust me, it's not that. I'm obsessed with pool. I love pool. That's it. I do this in my spare time. I'm not trying to, you know, create a popularity contest. I don't diss other people in the community. I'm trying to build something that's beneficial. And I feel like I fit into the community, and I'm just trying to feel, where do I fit in? How do I fit in? And how can I make it like, you know, my own thing? So that's what I've come up with. Yeah, Ron, 2 hours. The stream, I only have, my wife does a Star Trek stream with her friends. And they do Saturday Night Trek, where they're going through all the episodes of Star Trek, starting from, they call it the 735 because they're kind of hardcore fans. They only like the original series up to Enterprise, I believe. And there are only 735 episodes there. And they're going through the 735. Right now they're going through the Next Generation. And the channel is called Clobberin Times. I will write it in the chat here. Clobberin Times. And it is Saturday night Trek. And my wife's doing that show. So she does that show. They usually run about 3 hours, 3.5 hours. So that's why I started my straight pool run to 100, because I have 3 hours every Saturday, 3 to 3.5 hours to practice at home. And it's the time I have, you know, like we have lives, we have families. And this is the time that I have Saturday nights. So that's why I'm trying to do it. I know 2 hours might be long, but you don't have to tune in for the whole 2 hours. You can pop in and pop out. You can watch later. You can not watch later. Whatever you want to do. I really appreciate you staying as long as you did. So thank you for that. But if you get a chance, check out their stream. And now that we've talked about that a little bit, I'm going to show the tip of the day. For me, the tip of the day is I was watching VNA. By the way, my friends run Q Sports Live. My friends Grant and Ben Francis, they're out of Calgary, Alberta. They're 3 hours south of me, and they run Q Sports Live. It's a great channel. It's a great organization, and I firmly suggest that you go and support them. They're doing great things for pool. They work with Predator, they work with Jacoby, and they do live streams, and they also are connected with Jam Up Apparel, which I'm sure you've heard of. Q Sports Live. They also have it's called the Q Sports Live International Pool League, and you can play it out of your own house. I've played it. It's amazing. It's great for your game. Okay, that's enough plugging Grant and them. I really do appreciate Grant, Stephanie, Ben, and the rest of the team at Q Sports Live. They have done so much for me and been so supportive. So I will happily send a shout out to them anytime. Anyway, I was watching Q Sports Live today. They are in Vegas streaming the VNEA on Facebook and on YouTube. And I saw someone, they had this shot, okay? They had this kick. And they shot it, and they scratched right into the corner. And I thought to myself, I know this shot, and I know how to avoid scratching in the corner. Okay, so I'm going to teach the viewers today. There's probably a million videos out there for this, but I'm going to teach you how to make this shot, like this shot if with the ball over the hole, from almost anywhere on this side of the table. Okay? And it's as simple as this. I know that if I shoot off of this horn right here, that the cue ball is going in there. I know this. This is known. This is a known angle to me. That this goes into the corner. Oh, it went a little wide there. But generally, you're in this corner and you're shooting off this rail here. It's right into the corner over there. My table, it's a little bit wide. But generally, that's the angle. Right here. So, let me try to adjust here and see if I can find that angle on my table. That's pretty close. Okay, so you know, if you're anywhere on this line, you got to hit it close to this point, and you're in the corner, right? And maybe that was the problem. I was hitting it too light. If you roll it, you go light, and if you hit it firm, you tighten the angle. So this is the tip of the day. You just find my cue ball here. This is the tip of the day. When you're in this corner, you hit it off there, that point, with a medium pace, and you're going to hit that other corner shot. There it is, okay? With that being said, if you have one a little out here, now you know. You can't really adjust it too much, but you can put a little bit of spin, or you can hit a little softer, and that'll widen the angle. Almost. Okay, let's try again. Let's try this one with a little touch of spin. Too wide, right? So just to show the viewers that line, because once I learned that line, it really helped my game, because a lot of people played safe there, and this came up a lot. And there are two parts to this, but this is just part number one, learning this line. Okay? Now, once you know that line, this is the next part. If I'm anywhere over here, I just take the parallel angle to that line. It's parallel shift from here. Parallel shift, guys. That's the tip of the day. Parallel shift. This is your line. Parallel shift anywhere here brings you to the same place. All right? Jaworski pool practice tip of the day today. It's a good tip for players of all levels, I think. This one, you want to hit it with medium pace, right? You'll get it a lot of the time. Try another one. Try another one. You're over here. Parallel shift. Parallel shift. Tough one. 3 might be in the way. Boom! What do you guys think about that? Yeah, no, I get it, Ron. I definitely will not be cutting it short. If anything, I'll be running long every Saturday because I'm obsessed with pool, if you haven't noticed. A bit of turn, what do you mean? What do you mean a bit of turn? Cue ball, I don't know what you mean by that little bit of turn. But how about this? We take that same, oh, maybe that doesn't really work. But anyhow, that player had this shot today that I watched on Q Sports Live, and they went off the horn. And I remember knowing, I'm like, wow, they're gonna miss this. I knew it. And it was kind of like, I knew it was like, at some point you have a chance to hit past the side with bottom to try to curve it more, or hit it before the side with a lot of spin to try to make that. So let's try both ways. This one I'm gonna hit past the side with a lot of bottom right and try to pinch the angle to make it. It's a tough shot. Whoa, I didn't think I could pinch it that much. Wow, interesting. So I thought they might have to play past the side to hit this, and I was correct. Yeah, that would have been the hit. But can you also do it from before the side? With outside, running side? Probably. Look at that. It's another way to do it. No way, Andrew, that was a fluke. Yeah, it was a fluke. See? That's why it was a fluke. I can't do it twice in a row. Speed, everything has to line up. But you know what I am doing? I'm hitting the ball consistently. So that's something to consider. Just try to tighten it off this pass the side again. It's a little more aggressive way to hit it. So that's the lesson of the day today. Yeah, running spin is more consistent. I agree. Yes, I will be playing in Red Deer, 100%. And hopefully Tony Robles is going to be there. Robles. And I hope to spend some time with Tony Robles. Potentially, he could be coming here to play some straight pool with me, but I gotta chat with him a little bit more. But he's definitely coming to Alberta, so yeah. Just to like to thank everybody for tuning in today. It's been great. You know, really appreciate it. Do you have anything that we can add to the stream? Do you have any ideas? I would really appreciate any support. Woo! I would really appreciate any ideas, any support, any input you may have to improve the stream. Thanks, Ron Johnson. You have yourself a great night. Okay, I'm going to end the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any ideas or input on how we can make this stream better, if you like the format, give me a thumbs up, send me a message. Please tell your friends. Share the stream, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'm going to actually practice some straight pool now, but I'm going to do that and just record myself and see if I can get a high run. But thanks so much for tuning in. Cue Ball, I will be in Red Deer, and I hope to see you there and meet you in person. Take care.